Now we are.
Oh,
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
what's up?
Let's see. It is morning. No, it
It's
isn't.
afternoon right now.
Oh,
It is
now it's
noon.
noon.
It is noon o'clock.
Yeah, I'm looking for this video. I can't find it. I was really excited about this guy. If only we could have one in the US. Here we are. This is the one I want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking share to copy link. Give this to Mickey. Then I'll have you put this on when we get to it. Oh yeah. Did you happen to read the open letter I put out the other day, Clack?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was long. I was like, okay, Trevor. Trevor got something to say.
Oh yeah. If I'm upset at someone, I'm gonna rip them apart the best way I can. But seeing our police chief so woefully uninformed, it disgusted me. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see, Mickey. Just sent that to you on the 810 page. Yeah, like you'll pass. You're not gonna play that? All right.
All right.
Nah.
So we only got two folks watching. I'm getting my share game on.
Oh yeah, I need to do that too, huh? I need to did a share.
Getting on the share game.
My share game's weak.
I'm getting on the share game.
Oh, YouTube. Howdy, YouTube.
How many YouTube folks we got?
Oh, probably like 3.
Yeah, that's my fault, man. I gotta be more Johnny on the spot with the flyers because I don't know, I'll just be so busy.
Man, I'm sucking on stuff as well. Lawsuit, then losing my cool, and then dad things. That just takes up so much time.
Yeah.
So Trevor, I saw you made independent scene again.
Huh?
Yeah.
I saw you on your independent scene.
Oh, with that live yesterday?
Yeah. You didn't see that, Clack?
Fucking love
Yeah, I
this.
saw it.
Yeah, y'all gonna just let that go by without saying anything?
No, I was getting my share game on real quick, man. I was seeing what was going on.
All right.
You study making lives, Trevor.
Huh?
You study making lives. Every time I see you on the independent market. What's going on?
That was a single one-off. I don't usually make lives, my friend.
He basically saying you messing with the money, man.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's about to take me out back with a sledgehammer and break my kneecaps.
No. I'm saying you was out there. I saw you down at council. I mean, you was going to City Hall. What was the purpose?
All right. So I got the injunction. It says return to status quo, which is the way things were prior to them putting up the metal detectors. The reason I'm suing. I go, cool. While I'm out running around, I can stop by, walk in, and talk to them about my water bill because they changed my billing date. I walk in, and there's a sergeant, a metal detector, and Paul.
Oh.
Paul. Oh, right. Well, shut up, phone. And he's sitting there talking with the sergeant. I'm like, hey, I thought this was just for city council. Plus, they just came out with an injunction. He says, yeah, so you can go to Open Meetings Act or you can go to multi-body meetings, but the rest of the time, City Hall is gun free. I'm like, you guys weren't doing this last week. But all right, you know what? I just want to go do my water bill. No, you have to go put your gun in your vehicle. Hell no. That's where most guns are stolen from. Hell no. I'll wait it out again. I'm up to date on my bill. I just want to see why they keep changing the dates that I'm billed on. That is, kind of upsetting. I like being upfront, like, okay, I get paid on the 1st. My bill's due on the 1st. Here we go. Instead, now it's like due on the 15th, and I don't know if I'm ahead or behind. So it's caused a minor stir because they were told to stop. They go, okay, we found a loophole. Man, I have never known anyone anywhere to be so brazen as to play with a judge's ruling like that. Usually, you play with the judge's ruling like that, you get held in contempt of court.
I don't play with a judge anything like that.
Exactly. Judge says do it, you do it. I ain't about to screw with the judge.
Me either. There was a time when I wasn't all the way, legit, and I had a suspended license and all that type of stuff. So I was, always. Now, even though I am all the way legit, it's still like I still, when I'm driving, I look behind me, I look in the rear view more than I'm looking straight down there most of the time.
Yeah,
like
I feel
because
that.
I'm used to not having, going, 3, 4, 5 years without a driver's license on suspended. So every time I, was driving, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking behind me like, oh man, here we go. So I would try to, pay off one ticket, but I'd get another ticket while I, so I went through that for a while. So I understand, what I'm saying?
Right. But it's just like judge says, hey, don't do this. Okay, I won't do this like this, but I'll do this like this. I'm just waiting for next week because this week we decided, well, not we, Attorney Kim asked for no hearings this week because it's a holiday week.
Mhm.
I can agree with that. Like, all right, Attorney Kim, I don't like you at all. I don't. But I can say when you're right, and I'd like to spend time with my family this holiday week. I like to spend time with my 810 family.
You ain't
And
gonna
then
just
my
ease
home
into it.
family.
You just gonna straight up. You ain't even gonna give me a chance to put my parachute on. You just gonna. You ain't gonna ease into it. You just gonna. All right.
Nah, look, if you give someone a warning, they know to react. So if I'm going to be throwing backhands at people, I'm just going to throw a backhand. In this case, it was at Attorney Kim.
Yeah. Well.
And if I had given you any notice, you would have jumped out the plane and he would have known I was going to say
I
that.
would have threw that parachute on so quick. I don't even know what you say. I was about to say timber, but that ain't no jump out the plane.
Geronimo!
I don't even know. Geronimo, that's what you say. Yeah. Look out. Ford.
Ford.
So look, real quick, I want to say shout out to St. Mark's Baptist Church and Pastor Kevin Thompson and all the members over there. Casey Calvert was there. Representative Jasper Martis was there. Everybody else that was there, I don't even know. I think the staff was Myers. Myers had a lot of volunteers, so I went over there thinking I was gonna be, I know they were gonna have a lot of volunteers, but there was so many volunteers. They had so much food. Melissa was there. It was just a good, it was a good event. It was a lot of food, a lot of fellowship. So, with that being said, that was real some positive. Shout out to Chia Morgan. She had hers too yesterday. Her Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. I wasn't able to make it to hers.
Well, you're so busy at the first one.
Well, that ended at noon. I mean, at 2:00. It started at noon, ended at 2. And Chia started at 4, from 4 to 6. But my son was, kind of sick with the flu, so I had to kind of stay home and nurse him. So I would have been there, but again, shout out to Chia for her, still doing it. This is how many years has she been doing it? Is this 10 years she's been doing it?
She has been on stuff like this. Like I went through the Wayback Machine, my favorite website, and it shows you like older versions of webpage. She's been on this thing for a while.
Yeah, I know she's been on it for a while. I'm not sure if I think it might be 10 years for her. So anyway, even if it isn't, shout out to Chia for doing what she's doing. And again, Pastor Thompson and St. Mark's. So, we got still people out here looking out for the neighborhood and looking out for the people in the community. So
it's always nice to have a positive note on especially a holiday week.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
Why not?
Because I do the cooking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as I get up out of here, I gotta go, get the greens and get the, I already got my pies and do the macaroni. Even though, I think my auntie making macaroni, I'm still gonna make my macaroni.
Okay. So y'all see the
You guys
fellas
gonna have a
cook over
macaroni
here.
off?
Oh yeah. No, we ain't having no macaroni off because you don't tell auntie, you know what I'm saying? You don't even ask who made. Y'all seen that movie Who Made the Potato Salad? It's almost like that over there. Like you don't ask who made, like it's like my mom used to have this little thing like making the dressing, like you better not ask who made that dressing. You eat this dressing right here. You better not look like you want to eat that dressing. Look at the dress. Look at
Yeah, no. I've solved that problem. When I first started dating my wife, I told her a woman's place is not in my fucking kitchen. And she goes, "Wait, what?" I say, "No, I do the cooking. You go do whatever you want to do. I don't care if it's look pretty on the couch. I do the cooking."
mm-hmm.
And I brought that attitude with me up here to Michigan, and my mother-in-law loves it. She's like, "Oh, I don't have to do the cooking for Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "No, Sandy, you stay the hell out of my kitchen." She goes, "This is my house.
Mm-hmm.
You stay the hell out of my kitchen."
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoy cooking. You know, cooking is, you know.
Like, but I decided to do something a little different for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Instead of one giant bird, I bought several Cornish hens. Everyone gets their own bird. No one's fighting over the legs, over the wings, over breast meat. No, you got your own damn bird. Cornish hen about the size of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Your own bird.
We did
Screw
that
it.
last year. I'm so used to like I like the thing is around, you know, my dad is getting older. He's fighting you know, his health issues or whatnot. So we, you know, the whole carving of the turkey is traditional with us. You know what I mean? Like, and he ain't really able to do that no more. So like my mom called me the other day. She was like, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna have you, you know, I'm depending on you to carve the turkey." And I'm like, "Man, I don't want to carve the turkey." So it's almost like a kind of changing of the guard type thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, I don't want to get that up, you know,
Yeah.
that, you know, but I ain't even know if I know how to carve the damn turkey. I don't even, you know what I'm saying?
YouTube videos tonight or before.
I don't feel
it's
like
cooked.
look, I don't feel like having my mom and my aunt looking at me like, "You better not cook. You better not mess up that bird."
Oh, man. Before
But
it's cooked, well, you ain't doing the cooking for it, are
I
you?
am.
Spatchcock. It's basically while the turkey is raw, you cut into it, you remove all the bones, you wrap it back in the skin, and then you put it
Oh no,
back
no,
together.
no! I'm about to do the whole traditional. We about to stuff the, you know, like stuff the turkey with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put the other stuff around the bird.
Yeah.
Put that in the oven. Cook that up.
As long as you ain't one of those insane people that's going to be shoving a can of beer into the bird and let it explode.
Nope.
God, those people drive me crazy.
Nope.
Like, yes, let's just make a small explosion in this bird.
It's gonna
Hopefully,
be
no one
Jack-
gets a tin in their
It's
mouth.
gonna be Jack Daniels. I'm just playing.
Oh, that's fine. I'm probably going to be doing something like that. So I got base stock from Walmart. I got a huge ass stock pot. I need to go get some extra vegetables for it. I'm going to rough cut those tonight and simmer it down by a quarter and throw in like a little bit of whiskey with it.
All right.
Then I'm going to make my mashed potatoes with it, my stuffing with it, and my gravy with it. So Jack Daniels, most of the alcohol will evaporate off, but you still got the actual flavor.
Flavor. I said taver. That's taste and flavor.
Ham, steak, couple sides.
Taver.
I got you. So y'all ready to get the people what they want before this the day everybody spend with their family and get around and talk about how great the city of Flint is.
Yeah.
And how powerful we are doing reporting on what's going on and how Trevor keep making a scene about that damn gun.
What? Here, give me a sec. Yeah, I wore the right shirt today.
I mean, I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out if this gun thing is gonna be what A10 get canceled for Trevor.
No,
Chris, I don't eat ham. Like I don't know. It's something about the texture. Like I'm not saying I don't eat pork.
I don't. Go ahead.
I eat pepperoni on a pizza. I used to eat chitlins. When my grandmother was alive.
Oh shit!
I ain't giving up shit.
You went all the way back to don't tread on me.
Yeah. So see, man, you can't mess with these veterans and their rights, man. It don't matter what right it is. I don't care if it's my right to walk down the street the opposite direction. You better let them do it, or they're gonna be on your ass. Like it's just,
Look, I've been a pain in the ass to more NCOs and officers, to more privates, to more other specialists than many of these people have had kicks in the ass Trust me when I say I can be a larger headache than I'm worth.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I saw you and Art on a video the other day. And it's like, wait a minute, these two together,
Yeah,
and
and
you had one of them too.
oh yeah,
Shh.
and
Shoot.
it went the way you would expect with me and Art. Serious, breaks down into jokes for the next half hour.
Yeah,
We were trying to clown on Dennis. Dennis was clowning on us. It was a good time.
No, I
Yeah.
mean sometimes you gotta have fun out of. I mean, you want to have some be able to joke.
that's what I'm
madness.
about. As long as we can get the topic out here, I like laughing and having fun and
Right.
joking. I like mixing comedy in, but you know what I mean. Like I told y'all about that time I tried to do stand up comedy. Didn't I? I told y'all about that time. Like
You walked into the
was
wrong
ready. I
bar.
was ready, and then I walked out. I got out the car. Like, man, all them Harleys out front. This ain't. No, but like I always, even with my class, like I'm always,
Right.
cool, down to earth. Like I
Right.
might come in and we might have a dance contest. We might have a who can Dougie better than that, whatever. Like, but we still gonna get the lesson. We gonna have fun. We can still talk serious about whatever in here, but we can crack a joke too.
You just said the thing right there that'd make me not want to be in your class.
What?
Dance contest.
Oh man, like you've been to my class. Like it's definitely a serious environment, but we
Yes,
definitely
but
gonna have
the second we have a dance contest, you get to see me having a seizure.
Yeah,
I'm
listen,
too white.
I might come in. You might come in my classroom, and I might teach me how to Dougie plan. So when you come in, you gotta, you know what I'm saying.
I can't do that.
You know,
it looks like you're
we might have-
electrocuting me.
Some of us might have our own little handshakes. You know what I'm saying. So when you
Right.
come in class B, you know what I'm saying.
Right,
Like,
got you.
yeah. So it's just all about having fun and doing the
Can
work.
we show these off?
Go ahead.
Yeah, mine's sitting right here.
I
know you can't
got
see
this
it.
really awesome one for me, and it says Trevor's rant 810 on the other side. I love this thing, Dad. Where'd these
Yeah.
come from?
Yep.
Winters.
Yeah, I want to know where Wintis got it. They did an excellent job wherever she got it from.
I think it's a Tiz boutique.
Wow.
If I'm wrong, Winters, can you put them in here? They did coffee mugs for y'all. I didn't get one, but I'm not mad.
Wait, we got
Yeah.
coffee mugs?
I mean, ain't that what that is?
No,
Yeah.
that's a tumbler.
A
It's a
tumbler.
tumbler.
My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insulated, so I will be using it for coffee.
That's
Yeah.
what she told me it was for coffee. What? Beauty 5.
Beautify? Oh, Beautify. Okay,
Beautify.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Is that the same person that made Tanya's?
No, that was
No.
Tia Lewis.
Okay.
No, this is the same person who
What she did the Hill Harper interview
Yeah.
at.
and
Oh,
did
okay,
Sister
okay,
Circle
okay.
a couple times when
Okay,
we left
yeah.
Hill Place.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
out in Grand
That
and
was
Grand
awesome.
Blanc.
Grand Blanc.
Chris Caleb, that's a good question. I'll be able to answer that. I don't know right offhand. But I'll
You
get
guys should
back.
have a
with you.
district-wide talent show.
I think Holmes had one, but I think it was like school wide. I think.
Yeah, I mean, each school does a talent show. Winner moves on to the next stage, and winner gets like $100
I mean-
Walmart gift card.
well, we only. How many stages? Like,
You could probably do it in a bracket, or you could do it. All the schools' winners just go to where you guys have your meetings. I mean, because that's like. How many schools you guys got running? 8. So you take 7. All right. So you take the winner and then second place from
but
each
that's
school.
including
That's
the high
14
school
kids.
and the high school and the middle school. So you're gonna have the kids competing, in different age groups, competing against each other.
No,
Yes.
because some of these younger kids are damn talented.
Of course, I ain't
I mean,
taking
far
that
more
away, but-
talented than some of their high school counterparts.
Right.
I mean, hell, you ask me to sing compared to some of your students. I know I'd be canceled.
Yeah, no, Chris, I'll definitely ask around and see what I can see about that, because I agree with you. Like, we need to expose them, get them exposed and expose them, because we do have a lot of talented kids in our our city, and we just we
Get
need to
used
highlight them.
being on a stage. People
course.
paying attention to them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If we expect them to change the world and change Flint, they kind of have to get used to people watching them.
Right. No, well, of course, I don't really like coming on here talking about stuff like, school board stuff. But I will say that we have, a new application, app, so you can get it on just like an app that's on your phone. and it's gonna have be connected to the website. We've got QR codes that's gonna be going to certain things.
Nice.
So we trying to step into the 20th century. We're a little bit late, but we still coming.
Well, seeing as 20th century is last year or last century,
know.
you're still running late, my man.
I know I said that on purpose, but 21st century, with all jokes aside, but we on our way. But it was something else I was trying to put out there.
Yeah, because you almost went Clyde. I was gonna say, won't you act like Clyde? I get back with you. Clyde.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you nothing I don't know. So,
no, I'm just saying, why don't you
I'll
do the
get back with
Clyde?
you.
Yeah.
Let me get back with you on that.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Where's
I
the
don't
organizational chart?
know. So I would rather
6 months later, let me get back to you with that.
Yeah, no, I'd rather just say like, look, Chris, I don't know, but I'll find out. I'll ask the people that might know, and see what's up.
For sure.
But so let me see.
That's free, Daddy.
30 people on there. Free Daddy, what's up?
Free.
Is that who was talking about the gumbo on Christmas?
Yeah,
that's when we do ours too.
Right.
That's when we
I
do
saw
ours.
some other people having some seafood for Thanksgiving this year.
I
I'm like,
mean,
I'm not a big seafood fan myself, but that sounds fun and breaking from the norm. You have the traditional family get together, but then you do something a little bit different.
That's what I'll be wanting. I'll be wanting something different. Like I remember we didn't have a fiesta for Christmas before.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like something different, just the traditional. Because I'm like Chris, I get tired of that bird too.
No, but me personally, I could eat
turkey.
I could eat Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? I could eat that every Sunday.
There's certain parts of I can do the dressing
and the turkey, and I could. And then here's the thing.
Sauce.
Here's I don't like the cranberry sauce with the cranberry sprinkled all in it. I like the smooth sauce. I like the smooth one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't like the one with the nah. But look, here's what was I about to say?
I don't know.
But you can eat. I remember we talking about the about the.
Oh yeah, no. Here's my thing. Like people get mad. Like I have to make 2 turkeys. Most of the time because I like my turkey breast like dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, did that make sense? Y'all looking at me like, man, what the hell you mean? Like, I like it dry. Like seriously, I
don't like it
dry to the point
into
where you gotta have a big cup of tea right there. You know what I mean? So I'll make y'all moist, and then I'll make mine.
That's all on you. I mean, I eat some weird stuff myself. I put my lemon seasoning on chips. I put my lemon seasoning on apples, on fruit and stuff. And most people look at me like I'm, crazy or high. I'm like, no,
that's not why they looking at you like that, because you actually using seasoning.
Well, it's a salt with lemon in it.
All right. So look. What I look. She's like, I'm like Trevor.
Get out my kitchen. Get. Yep.
So look, last week. No, was that last week? What's today? Oh, that was Monday. What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
That was Monday.
Yeah.
Winters she had asked a question about you all knowing anything about what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi. Right?
I started reading a bit about that pre-show when you gave me that heads up.
Right.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, so far the law seems reasonable, but in practice it probably ain't gonna be.
No, it's not reasonable. So I don't think you read too much of. So we got just.
I'm reading the law verbatim.
Okay. You gonna read it for everybody?
No, because it is 4 pages long.
Oh, okay.
Or sorry, 4D.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you guys a little snippet of what's this in a second. Hold on, Mick, real quick. So basically, from what I got of it, if anybody up here from Jackson, Mississippi, can y'all chime in? But Jackson, Mississippi is like the second blackest city in the nation. Like it's like over 90% African American. So, and it's also happens to be the capital of Mississippi. So shout out to Jackson State and everybody in Jackson, Mississippi. But the thing is, what they did was they passed a law saying that they are now just in Jackson, that they are going to appoint all the judges and police and law enforcement. Am I right so far? And that the black law enforcement, part of the law is that the black police officers can only police the black areas or the black people, and they can't police whites.
It says nothing about skin color in here because that instantly gets shot down.
Right.
So there shall be 2 inferior courts
And that the
located
Capitol
within the
Police-
boundaries established in section 295203 for the Capitol Complex Improvement District, hereinafter referred to as the CCID. Each Capitol Complex Improvement District judge shall possess all qualifications required by law for circuit and chancery court judges. Each judge of the court shall be a qualified elector of the state and shall have such
No,
other
Chris, I wasn't saying the
qualifications.
most blacks in any state. I was saying the blackest
City.
city per capita. You know what I mean? Like like I know Texas. Texas is,
Each judge shall be appointed by the Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court to serve 4-year terms. Vacancies in the office shall be filled with the same manner provided by law for vacancies in the office of the circuit judge. Persons appointed to judges for the CCID shall not practice law in any other courts of the state. Each CCID judge shall be paid an annual salary equal to the amount provided by law for circuit.
How many pages did you say that was, though, Trevor?
Oh, I'm just going through subsection 1 right there.
Yeah, so like it's not gonna say, how they gonna hide stuff and stuff. But if you can, if you guys y'all want to, y'all can, of course, that you're more than welcome to do your own research on it. But they're calling it a new intro back to Jim Crow. So Mickey, if you can cue up that video, the first one.
Let me mute this. Hold on.
Something going on in Mississippi, and it's wrong. And it's called House Bill 1020, and it was created by the white supermajority Republican Party. And what it does is it creates a system of unelected judges and prosecutors that will be appointed only by white officials. And this is only for the city of Jackson, the capital city of Mississippi, which is also a black majority city. As a matter of fact, the second blackest city in America. Now, in Mississippi, understand this is the only place where citizens will not be able to elect those particular officials. Now, the argument being made is that this is all about safety, which is ironic because none of these people have voted for anything about safety for Jackson forever. As a matter of fact, they constantly try to defund the city of Jackson, thus creating even a more dangerous situation. Now, that idea of safety is an interesting one as well because it echoes the language of the 1890 Constitution. If you don't know, the Mississippi 1890 Constitution ushered in Jim Crow throughout the South. And part of the basis of that Constitution was that, well, black people don't know how to govern themselves. So now what the white Mississippi Republican Party is saying is that, once again, black people in Jackson don't know how to govern themselves.
I'm muted. You unmuted. No, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so like, look, that's like this year, like the other day, not too long ago. This is going on right now. Mississippi is also the poorest, I believe, the poorest state in the union, right? Who's the poorest state?
West Virginia.
I think Mississippi got them beat.
No. When you got the Appalachians, no.
I don't know, man. We might have to check that one out. It might.
We got the Google machine right here.
Let's ask. Who y'all going with? Who y'all going with? Is it Mississippi or is it West Virginia?
God damn it, I hate that you're right. Then followed by Louisiana, then
Then
New Mexico.
Yeah.
New Mexico doesn't surprise me at all. It's just a knockoff Arizona.
Okay, Chris said Kentucky. No, it's Mississippi. So not only are they, the poorest, I don't want to say the poorest, but the most underprivileged state, they also are not allowing, the minorities in that poorest of states to be able to, have any type of say in their governing. So, so if you could, Mickey, if you did you cut out the other one?
Hold on, I got you. I'll go back.
You about to mute me again?
I got you. You want this one right here, right?
Yep.
I got you. Hold on one second. 1 second. Let me get that.
This is
Oh, let me get this together for you. Let me put this together for you. Sing every blue moon. Y'all know I like to sing every blue moon. Show my voice. Is you ready, Clack?
I'm ready.
Let me. You already keyed it up for what's gonna go on before I play it.
So yeah, no. So this is when they're actually, when they're debating about, this bill, Mississippi Bill 1020, House Bill there you go, Mississippi Bill 1020. So that's what this is, and this is one of the reps that's talking, actually debating about it.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I'm down here, frankly. Because it's like being at a Klan rally with people with suits on. That's the only difference I see. That's the only difference I see between these people here. They wear suits and rather than sheets. And every day we get up here, opening his body with prayer. I wonder what God are these people praying to? They open this body with prayer, and then they come back and take everybody's rights. They don't take care of the poor. They won't do anything to deal with these failing hospitals. We got people dying. We say we want people. They don't want abortion. They want more babies to be born. I guess so they can die too. Mississippi has some of the highest rate of infant mortality in the country. What kind of people are these? These people have a demonic spirit, and I don't, they.
Yeah. So basically, from what I'm understanding, is that the state police the Capitol Police has the majority of the jurisdiction when it comes to enforcing the law of policing. Their state police basically just police the highway systems, and Jackson Police has now relinquished most of their authority to the Capitol Police. I don't want to say relinquished, but that's how the law was written, is that the Capitol Police has main jurisdiction over everything.
I'm gonna have to go through this because this sounds complicated as shit. The way that they work, or the way that they put it.
Yeah,
I was showing Clack. My assumption of 40 pages was way wrong. I kept on scrolling, and the little itty bitty thing on the side of the bar that shows you how far you've gone, it wasn't moving at all.
Yeah, so this is not saying that they would have helped or anything, or hurt anything, or even changed the outcome or anything, but like it really happens.
It's going to
really
be challenged
matters.
in federal court and go up to the Supreme.
Of course, but it's still this is the type of thing that's really going on, and it really matters when it comes to who you vote for to go to your to represent you in your state, and even in your local politics. You got to have people that's got your best interest, because this right here is definitely taken back in time, a step back in time. So y'all, I feel for y'all down there, and that's just Jackson, Mississippi. That's just not everywhere in Mississippi. That's just one city, the capital of Mississippi. So if they can do it there, y'all gotta watch it. What time is it? So Trevor, you had something that you were talking about.
Yeah, this is more international than anything.
Right.
The Argentina. Why do I keep putting Inia on it? Argentina recently had their presidential election.
Mm-hmm.
They have, up until this point, I'd say about the last 10 years, maybe less, been very socialist. I mean, they were so socialist that Bernie was giving them props and kudos.
Socialist is what what Americans don't really like, right?
You never sent it to me, Trevor.
I sent it to.
You gotta send it to the A10 one.
I done did. I will resend it to the.
Yeah, just which one to send it to. You ain't got to go through.
Messenger.
Yep.
Yeah, it says 18 News Media Group.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
It said a business chat.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
You got it?
I'm finna go to it.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we don't really like socialism here for many reasons. I don't like the idea of I'm poor as hell and having to pay for other people's poor as hell thing, other people's things, or
Don't we do that now?
yeah, too much.
Yeah, like
Now I don't mind a safety net. Don't get me wrong. I like the idea of if someone is having the hardest time of their life. Yeah, see, you did unfound it. Having the hardest time of their life, that there is something to keep them, at least try to prop them up.
mhm.
Don't worry about it.
But when you get so far into it, such as government owning all means of production, I don't like that at all, because then there's no wealth generation. The government controls it all, and when you go into something like socialism, you have to have a singular person in charge of everything. And
We got that now.
no, you don't. You've got 3 branches of government,
No, we technically have 3 branches of government, but
and our government doesn't control 99% of our business sector. They don't
which
sit there and
government?
dictate.
Local government?
Any government, any of our governments here.
No, I'm just being hypothetical. I know what
Yeah.
what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, if you look at what we really got going on, it's almost like we kind of
I mean, so you go down to Texas, right? You've been down there a few times.
I
once
used
or
to live
twice.
in Texas
There you go.
twice.
We go to the Permian Basin, where most of the oil production in the United States, continental United States, because Alaska has a lot more, is done.
Mhm.
And you drive by all the oil refineries and derricks. There's a business name on it, not property of the United States.
Mhm.
Creating jobs, X, Y, and Z. Venezuela did the exact opposite. Or Argentina did the exact opposite. It said, this belongs to the state. This belongs, and what ended up happening is it was so poorly managed, because I believe all government is absolute trash and can't manage itself. They have ended up with 143% inflation. We here have been bitching about 8% inflation. So imagine taking a stack of money as big as this cup just to go buy a loaf of bread. And those are all, high denomination bills, like hundreds.
It's going down over there.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So they just elected basically a libertarian. He calls himself an anarcho-capitalist, but he can't be an anarchist if he's in government. Let's just be honest here. Anarchists are for no government at all. And here's a video of him, Mickey, if you'd put up the things that he is about to do away with in their government.
How long is your video?
Oh, it's only like 2-3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, mine, yeah.
Ministerio de Cultura, afuera.
Yep.
Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación, algo bien del sector privado.
So he's doing away with most of their
Oh,
ministries.
that's
They've
what he
got-
was saying. Everything he
Well,
was getting away
gone.
with. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
So getting rid of like Ministry of Culture. What the hell is a Ministry of Culture? That just sounds like a waste of money. Gone. Ministry of Education, doing away with that and turning that back over to local communities to teach how they want to teach. It costs a lot less money, but the districts are still getting the same amount. There's just a lot less middleman to pay, right? He's getting rid of all of that to cut government spending. So, because the only way that they were keeping their country afloat and their government afloat was to print more pesos.
But if the pesos have no,
That's
value
why
to
they
them.
were hitting so high inflation. They would print more money just to give the money to the people to pay them, but then there's in such a deficit, so now we're printing more to pay them. So they just did away with their own currency, or they're going to be doing so, and converting over to the US dollar. And honestly, to me, that's doing us a huge favor, because US dollar is a fiat currency, like we were talking about before the show. It's like Bitcoin. The more trust it has, the more it's worth. So if another country, and this is the first time a country the size of Argentina has adopted another country's currency, if another country trusts your currency enough to use that instead of their own, then it actually brings up the value of your currency. It might even bring down some of our inflation a little bit.
But it's still going to keep theirs up,
No,
though, right?
because their money is absolutely jack worthless. They're doing away with it. They're just using our money.
Okay, yeah.
So,
what
like,
I'm saying, like, how was that?
A loaf of bread cost $2, but because of how worthless their money was, that $2 was worth like 600 to 900 pesos. It was a lot of money. So they're just going to start doing everything in US dollars. Their salaries, their day-to-day trade, everything. They're probably going to end up buying a couple pallets of cash off of us just to start circulating into their own economy. Which, I mean, we give pallets of cash to countries that we don't even like all the time. So this shouldn't even be an
And that's
issue.
the part that right there is the part. And I don't want to, I don't want anybody. We got 30 people watching, so I don't want anybody right on here to misunderstand what I'm about to say. But I think y'all can at least understand, or at least feel where I'm coming from. Is that we have this messed up system that people like us, you know what I mean, can pay all these taxes, and then at the end of the year, some of us can expect to receive some of them taxes back. But we've got, on the other hand, we've got all these multiple, multi-million and billion-dollar, corporations that don't have to pay anything in taxes, and then they got people that receive bonuses. They CEOs receive all these big bonuses and stuff like that. And again, they don't have to pay taxes for 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years on whatever, And then when it's time for them to pay up, they mysteriously leave and go somewhere like Argentina or Mexico where they don't have to pay, and they can pay their workers whatever. But at the end of the day, the poor people are expected to pay. Just like, I'm looking at what I remember when the war first started over there, and in Russia, when they first started, and they was like, the president for what's his name, Ukraine,
Zelensky.
Yeah, Zelensky. He was asking for finances, and he was asking for weapons, and he was asking for planes. I mean, it's almost like I'm gonna pay y'all back.
He never said he was going to pay us back.
No, I'm saying like that, I meant to say like you never heard him say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got y'all back. Like, so at the end of the day, we sending over these billions and billions and billions. We're never gonna see that money again. Our gas prices have been high, you know what I'm saying, since 9/11, and they've never gone back down. They've never gone back down.
I remember before the last election, I was paying $1.83 for gas.
They were still, before 9/11, it was still $1.20 something.
Yeah, actually.
And then how long
I grew up, it was 99 cents at
right?
9/11.
So how long was we paying $1.83 a gallon? Because I wish that we could go back to that, but that was only for a week or two, right? A couple of weeks.
No, that was
when 9/11 hit.
Gas went up, like, and it hasn't really received, like, gone back down at all. But then there's always an excuse or a reason for the gas to stay up. Like, whoever these OPEC people are, they need to be fired and hire some new OPEC people. You know what I'm saying?
OPEC.
Whoever these people there that's not pumping as much gas, oil is what they could be. Pump more oil. So you know what I mean? Like why are we not advocating for that?
OPEC is actually not companies. You don't fire them.
I know.
If you want to fire them, I'm pretty sure we could fire up the old U.S. war machine and step into Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but
I mean,
at the end of the day, I know that you can't do that. I'm just saying, like,
we could. We just don't want to. Well, it would just be very bad.
Right. It's not for the good for the people and their profit. But at the end of the day, it's almost like you cursed if you're poor. It don't matter what color you are. You know what I mean? Like,
so there's a few things there. The largest tax bracket, the people who pay the absolute most in taxes. Actually, it isn't the top 1%. So between the top 3 and 10% pay the absolute most in taxes.
Ain't that how it should be?
Yeah. I'm just saying they're actually paying a hell of a lot more. And they don't really get no taxes. There's a certain threshold to where you can do all your charitable contributions and all that, and it doesn't count toward getting taxes back. It doesn't count toward a refund. There is an actual threshold for that. Most of us, because let's face it, we're poor. We will never see that fucking threshold.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these businesses, they do pay quite a bit of taxes. But one thing that has always caught me is if you raise taxes on the rich, like I hear so many people saying, make the rich pay more. The rich can afford to leave. That tax burden, it will eventually come down to me. Please don't make them leave.
But why would they leave when all the laws are made to benefit them?
I mean,
Like, even if you break the law, they're now called white collar laws or white, so
you know, club fed, yeah.
Yeah, so your
mean,
time is, you don't get the same amount of time.
Here's the crazy thing, right? So the tax law needs to be rewritten from the ground up, because every time a new Congress comes in, say, Republicans get replaced by Democrats or Democrats get replaced by Republicans, they throw in a brand new tax bracket law and it benefits their bestest best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Never benefits us ever.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no. I'm still of the opinion we just go to the flat tax. Take all those books on tax law, build a bonfire with them. I mean, hell, maybe go down to San Diego for all those homeless people, give them these books to use as teepee. And we just start with a 10% tax from the ground up. You just pay 10% of your income and no tax returns. Because you know what the typical American pays right now in taxes? 60%.
Yeah,
that's your income tax, that's your property tax, that's your road taxes, otherwise known as registration, that is your sales tax, all that. 60% of your income goes to paying taxes.
Where you get that information from?
God, that one's everywhere. I'll
That's
have to
crazy,
send you
though.
specific citations on it later.
That's crazy.
Yeah, your average American pays about 60% of their yearly income in taxes. About to be in trouble. I'm sorry. Constance Ramirez. I don't know how to word it. I feel the United States is about to be in trouble. Other countries are buying up and yeah. China China doesn't hold most of our debt anymore. Japan does, which blows me away. Most of our farmland is actually owned by one man, Bill Gates.
Yeah.
He wants us all eating fake meat. Give me a cow any day, my man.
I don't know. You know what? And I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I think we're gearing up for World War III. That's what I do.
I do. And since we're changing gears on that, I do like what you just said.
I swear.
Because as you look at it, like I was telling you, because it's not me being funny, but I was watching the Jimmy Doherty podcast this morning, because I'll be up early watching a lot of different things. And have y'all seen when they said the BBC went against what Israel was doing? Now they starting to come out talking about, because they're talking about how Israel was letting CNN, they reporters, and you got Jake Tapper, and these was supposed to be nationally, they the ones on the prime time. And they out coming against what Israel was saying, like that was propaganda. When have you seen medias that was backing Israel? Now they starting to tell the truth. They're not going along with the get along. I mean, how do y'all feel about that?
I mean, if I'm all for reporting the truth. I don't really want to, because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't really been following what's been going on, over there with the Hamas and the Hezbollah, whatever, and the Palestinians and the Israelis. I haven't really been following that too much, but I saw some pictures of some babies yesterday on the news, and you know what I'm saying. It's like some of that stuff like that. I can't now. I don't like watching stuff like that.
So I'll be honest. I'm not taking a side on this one. I'm straddling the fence because I've worked with Israeli soldiers before. I get where most of their mindset is at. One of my teammates on my 40K team is Israeli, and we have a Palestinian, which those two get along great, actually, believe it or not, even in all this turmoil. And then I've also kept up with this for years. And I read Al Jazeera on it, which is a very
I just
pro-Muslim,
downloaded that.
pro-Arab news station. But they're one of the few news stations or news outlets that the U.S. Army trusts implicitly.
Mhm.
We've actually had them on our FOBs in Afghanistan, and they were welcomed with open arms. Everyone's like, oh, no, they're a propaganda machine. No, they aren't.
Mhm.
We actually, as the U.S. Army, mind you, trusted them to come on and report things fairly. So I kept up with them. I've kept up with BBC, this, that, and the third. And honestly, the way that my mind goes toward this is there's never going to be peace between these two. Ever.
No, only reason I say that because you remember they was reporting that it was tunnels up under the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they just happened to show, like I said, this was a clip I was seeing from BBC. And they put out there and they was like, this was a doctor video that they did. And it was like, it was a hospital, was no tunnels up under there. When they saying Israel study saying the reason they did this because these was tunnels. And it's coming to find out it's not with no tunnels under these hospitals. So basically, this was what you were saying and it's not true. I'm just saying for them, you starting to see certain media, the mainstream media, like I said, you had Jake Tapper, you had different ones who starting to come out and speak out. It's like they're not going along, and it's like you ain't seen that in a long time. When you see if they usually, if Israel said this, they didn't go to trying to question. I'm saying, I'm just looking at how things are going. It's like, hold up, this is not America. I'm saying this was the BBC news. This is
I'm
Britain.
looking at BBC right now, and it says that they got a 4-day long ceasefire starting tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but now
Yeah, we'll see who breaks that one.
Yeah, but now
hey, I mean, I'm just saying what they're saying.
I know what you're saying, and I'm saying one of these two parties is going to break it. I damn near guarantee you.
No, I'm just saying, but they're not going along, and they has calling. You seeing other people who came and said there need to be a ceasefire. You know what I'm saying? You starting to see other countries speak up where you didn't see that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. It's not countries who starting to speak up saying, listen, we need a ceasefire. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's, y'all bombed the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You can't put
stuff like that is like tell the truth about that. Like if you bombing hospitals and you bombing schools, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That's ain't that a war crime? Like you can't do that. There's got to be a military.
Never ever use those two words again.
I mean, like against the war law.
Never use those words again, because I thought it was the stupidest thing where a bunch of quote gentlemen in the 1920s get together and decide how they're going to govern and civilize an inherently uncivilized act.
So you mean kill up people in mass and killing of people in a war setting, and
how are you going to civilize that?
How you going to make rules?
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
But you got to have rules of engagement.
Rules of engagement is one thing. War crime, like how are you going to say how I can defend myself or how I can kill someone who's trying to kill me, or if we are in two different sides, how are you going to say how I can do that?
Especially when now when they got these people like they had the kamikazes that was killing. They said you can't fight nobody that's willing to die their own self. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I get, but I'm looking at because Chris Caleb said that's collateral damage, and I'm looking at Janelle Brox and that Janelle Brox. That's part of war,
right?
But I get what you're saying, but you do because listen,
and then how the hell do you enforce a law on war? Oh, I'm going to arrest this guy and take him to the house. Well, you just saved this man's life by taking him out of an active war zone. Now what are you going to do? You're going to hang him?
I mean, no, you got to.
It's probably less painful than getting shot in the fucking chest.
No, not like that. Because you got to look when you're seeing things provoked. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're going too far, when we sending you military aid for you to help to fight this war. Now, you do
we're sending military aid to both sides.
Well, right now, Palestinians ain't getting no military aid. They didn't stop their whole thing. But I'm saying on this right here, if you got the gunships, the helicopter, the guns, everything, you going in, you knocking down hospitals. Because remember, they just studied destroying more infrastructure. Mm-hmm. You finna cause a humanitarian crisis. You're already pushing them out.
They're already doing that.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You're pushing them. You cannot say, like, when you're seeing people coming out saying we need a ceasefire, they need to get medical attention in, we need to let this and that come in. You got eventually, well, it's not just the world community is looking, it's not going for going for that Same thing, like, well, you know, they got tunnels up under this hospital, so we had to bomb this hospital. Ain't nobody going for that no more. You gotta I mean, it gotta be a justified mean to the ends. Like,
I
what's
mean,
the purpose?
what is well, let's see here. What is war? Well, let's just look at it in the most base terms. What is war?
I can kill more of your people than you can kill of mine. And
Where
I can
you have
outlast
two-
you. I can outlast you longer.
Where you have two conflicting parties, and the goal is to
outlast
kill
you.
as many of the other as possible until they either don't exist anymore or they give up.
Mhm.
And that is all a war is. And trying to think of it outside of those terms as, oh, well, we have to have protections here. You can't. Collateral damage is one thing. On the other hand, you've got people that are, I've been shot at from mosque. Guess what I can't shoot at?
A mosque.
Guess what else I can't shoot at? A school. Guess what else I can't shoot at? A hospital.
And they
And
know
I've been
that.
shot at from all of those.
Yeah, so like in this unconventional style of war, like in this future, like they know that,
Because
right?
that's what you've got over there right
Yeah.
now. You've got a conventional army, Israel. You've got unconventional fighters, Palestine. And I'm not saying Palestine is wrong. I'm not saying Israel is right. I'm just saying us here who can go to bed comfortably at night in our own beds.
Mhm.
Granted, it's Flint, so we do hear gunshots.
Not like them though.
Not like them. For us to look at either side and start judging, I've seen people sit there and try saying Palestinians X, Y, and Z. They're terrible, horrible. Why don't they just go out and fight? Are you going to walk into a 50 cal? Are you going to
But
walk
look-
into a goddamn tank?
But look, remember, I'm a little bit older than you, Mickey. You got me by a year or two, a couple of years.
Mm.
Remember back in the 80s when you know, these were the same people that was throwing rocks at tanks, right? They was standing in the middle of the street throwing rocks at tanks. So there's no question that they got the heart to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no question about that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, do you have the resources to fight?
Do you have the resources? And just like we were talking a few weeks ago, if the United States was ever invaded, how are you going to fight? Oh, I'm not going to stand there toe to toe like it's 1812.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fuck standing out in the field against a guy who's got several more guns, much larger guns, and oh yeah, more modern guns that actually work.
I think, and this might be a dumb thought to think, but I think that just because we so, you know, free and, you know,
Are we really free?
no, I mean, like, we are able to go and purchase pretty much whatever type of firearm that you know.
Not whatever, but
You
yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like unlike if let's just say if we were in Europe or something, like they can't just go and get. That's why they have knife fights. You know what I mean? Like
Most of Europe, you're absolutely correct. Two places in Europe I've actually been looking at lately. Yugoslavia, which we all know from.
Yeah.
So they've recently put in a Second Amendment-esque law, and Poland, which I am now referring to as Little European Texas. You can have a damn PKM there, dude. You can have a belt fed. Everywhere else,
them like those they have like the militarized police too, right? So
oh yeah, the Pulaski.
They got police that's ready to if you can have a belt fed weapon, we can come to your door fully masked up with bulletproof mask and bulletproof, you know, everything. So you got to expect that. But I'm just saying, like, if somebody was to invade this country, you know, outside of whatever, and just be, you know, walking up and down our streets freely, I think that.
But first of all, let's do this while we say we just sitting here and acting like we sitting cozy, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, America not gonna let no other country come over
with
here,
it, right?
Take
you
over
like
this.
Trevor know that
we got the strongest navy in the world, and I'm about to give them the props for it because.
But see, we got to be honest too, and just like when we saying what's holding our money up, we know because it's not backed by the gold. Our money is really helped up by our military. Basically, if we're gonna just call a spade a spade. See, this is
Beirut in the 80s.
Yeah, this is where I'll be like looking at it like, don't get me wrong, I understand war is this, but because I was really pissed off what I heard. What I heard, because America is the #1 arms dealer.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand this is this aspect of it with Michael Rappaport. This is where, because I seen him and he a Jew. When he made a comment talking about white blacks ain't defending Israel, you know what I'm saying, defending that. Let me go along with this for a minute. And I'm not knocking nobody, but we still over here. Ain't like we was named after. We got our names. Most of the black names come from slave plantations.
Most of them, yeah.
You know, let's just be honest. So let's don't act like we came over here and we was welcome. So you know what I'm saying? We still got our own little dirty secrets that don't nobody never want to talk about the racism going on here.
They're trying to
Chris,
delete it.
Don't do that to Winters' family. Don't
Omit
do
that
that
from all our history.
Yeah.
They don't even want to talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. So when you look at like this right now, I think it's hypocritical, to be honest with y'all, that we up here celebrating Thanksgiving. Only in America do we celebrate what we didn't handle people at. Let's just be honest.
And taking all of this.
Right. This just like if you go back and look at what the Indians, if I took y'all to a Native American, they probably whoop y'all coming and saying Thanksgiving when you looked at the thanks that they got. See,
No,
not see,
It was
I mean,
stuff.
in
see,
Arizona,
house.
dude. I grew up right next to a Navajo reservation.
but
It's
it's
your house.
yeah, but it's plenty of them who don't. See, we'll go look at the 5 or 10% who do and be like, that's cool. Look how they living on them reservation. So let's don't be acting like this was that treaty that they did, because I mean America, not me, knocked off plenty of them. That's why you got so many that's living. But I'm saying, but we're gonna celebrate it. That's like the North and the South. You still got people. I want to have the Confederate flag up. Didn't they lose the war?
And they tried to.
I'm just saying, did they lose the war?
A treasonous act by going against the federal government.
So why are we celebrating
that flag? Wasn't actually the flag of the Confederacy. That was a battle flag.
But this the thing. Right? But still, did they lose the war?
Yeah.
Right. So why are you celebrating people who lost?
Because you don't see it's
you got statues
against the law
up here
to fly a Nazi flag in Germany. They better not see you fly a flag over there. Like you can't.
Nazis are fucking horrible human beings.
Right, but they still lost the war.
Yes. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't celebrate the losers.
A second. Germany doesn't have very many rights. The people,
but that's what I'm saying. But because what did they do? But this how we do selective picking in what we celebrate and what we don't. Let's just be honest. That's the problem that we got. That's like right now why we got in a city like Flint, Michigan, where you got the water still messed up, but yet you can go send money over here for this. You can go send money over here out of. But it's just
we recently just gave Iran a couple $1 billion. Pallets of cash, by the way, not a straight wire transfer. But we recently just gave Israel more money. We just gave fucking Ukraine more money, and we're paying their entirety of their government salaries and their first responders' salaries and a large part of their military salaries. Yeah,
they got money.
Trust me, I am fucking sick of it too, dude.
No,
I'm fucking tired of sending my money around the world to help everyone, but the people here.
But then look what we get when money do come into the city. We
get squabbling, bickering, and it goes to people's best fucking friends instead of into your roof or into your basement.
So that's what I'm saying. So when you look at this game, ain't nothing gonna change.
No.
You see the most people get in because if this how I've been making my money. If this how I've been making my money, why would I mess up my trap spot? For those who think we talking about,
Now Flint is.
Why would I mess this up? Like, why would I put you?
Why would I fix Flint when I can't get more money out of it if I fix it?
Yeah, well, why would I do that? And we had 94 million that was
that's the same outlook on everything. Look at the medical field. Like, why would I fix your disease when I can keep you and get paid off you by treating your stuff? You're gonna die anyway. If I treat you, then I don't get to make money off. I mean, if I cure you, I don't get to make money off of you. But if I treat you and if I give you something to make residual money up off of you, every year you paying me $5,000 for the rest of your life.
It's just like
every month for the rest of your life because you need this because you got diabetes or high blood pressure or cancer or the AIDS or whatever you got, and you got to pay. There's even a common cold. Hell,
but you know what they look at?
Dating apps. They promise you the find love. But what they do is they give you so many swipes a day for the free or whatever, right? So many likes, and then
how you know?
Because I was single at one point.
I never did. Damn, Trevor, you don't know how to go out and just meet a person. I ain't never did dating apps.
When I was working 16 hours a day, go fuck yourself.
Look at his eyebrows.
They're serious too.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just messing with you, Trevor.
Yeah,
I'm just having fun.
But anyway, they say someone would message you, but you can't do it unless you're a paying member, right? So you pay. Okay. You're still not going to find love because now you're paying.
Right.
They want you to keep paying. So they're going to give you bots or they're going to XYZ or they're going to match you with someone that you don't technically meet all the criteria of. And that's the same thing with doctors, like you said, or a mechanic. If you find a shitty, untrustworthy mechanic, oh yeah, your transmission's bad. They put in another transmission that's going to fail in about 1,000 miles. Oh no, it's the drivetrain now. Oh no, it's it. There's always something wrong with your car. Check your mechanic.
But if you go look at it, they didn't build these cars that really work forever. That's like TV. Like, matter of fact, we'll give you these cell phones. You know, every 2 years they coming out. We didn't.
It ain't even two anymore.
Right. We didn't make these because we want you to keep upgrading. You got to keep spending money.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
the
the
phone
purpose.
works absolutely
That's
wonderful.
why GM
It's
stopped that
these
3800 motor
updates.
because it was
Right.
unbreakable. It kept lasting, so they had to.
Oh yeah, that Nokia brick.
No, I'm talking about GM and the 3800 motor.
Oh yeah.
Like it kept lasting. It was you know, they lasted for years. Like they had to make a motor. No offense, no shots out to GM, but they had to make a motor that had less lower quality parts in it, so you would have to come back and get it fixed and get it serviced every so often.
Yeah.
And that's
Do you know how many mechanics went out of business because that thing
and
wouldn't
do you
fail?
know, and they make it more complicated, more computerized, so there can't be any jackleg hood mechanics to work on a vehicle.
Right. They really want to take out like you say, what they call them shade tree mechanics.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
thing is, we are consumers. This for that's how they make their money.
Mhm.
Why would I? When you look at all the different, like you go to the grocery store, you see all the different bread you know, all the different brands of bread.
Yep. That's all the same bread.
Right. But why
It's
would
the
I?
same wheat. It's
Right.
the same.
But why? But the thing, that's just like when you got monopoly here. Why would Flint let somebody else come in besides Comcast that can make it competitive? Why would I come in here when I could be the
This is at
only
the
one getting the
38.
money?
I mean, because that's the law. If you have a whatchamacallit, a trust, they call them trust or monopolies. Like they tried breaking up Windows. Actually, they did break up chunks of Microsoft in the late 90s because it had so high of an edge and so much of the market. They broke it up into like 2 different companies, 2 or 3. And they were not allowed to have any contact with each other.
But that's what they say. If you go, but look who
Now they
run.
aren't using the antitrust laws and lawsuits like they're supposed to
That's
anymore.
what I'm saying. So when you can hear when you can hear certain people, I mean, when you can hear, like, even on Maurice Davis' podcast when he said it's 5 men who control Flint.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like, ain't that monopoly?
Yeah.
When you hear it, so these
But they're
families
gonna
that
say, "Oh,
control
no,
America,
They're
ain't
going to
that
say,
monopoly?
no, it's not a monopoly because you've got a choice between me and Mark. We own different company. You and Mark are playing golf every week and discussing your prices and how to get more out of the people. You and Mark can go do something else in them golf clubs.
That's just like when you look at, you got Channel 5, you got Fox 66, you got Mid Michigan, M Live. Who else besides we didn't 810 and popped in, and you know,
Yeah, we get a lot of hate for that.
yeah, but I'm saying, but
I
when
take
you
pride in the
have,
hate.
but yeah, because you can have the mayor come out saying how great this is every day. You had council people that can call, create madness. Let me do a press conference, and you just get their point of view.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying when you see it, but that's why I asked the question is really when we saying is the democracy is so this and that, where's the democracy at and how Flint being ran?
Shit, dude.
Is it because I keep hearing a dictatorship? I even hear I'm watching on
You
council
want to talk about
dictatorship.
democracy, and yet in Genesee County, we just had a city clerk get busted for election rigging. Oh, yep. Oh, we had a city clerk lose a couple pages of signatures. We had a city clerk turn in several boxes of ballots that were supposed to be sealed, majority of them open. You want to talk? There is no democracy here. Stop fooling yourself.
Well, y'all got any last thing to say?
I just said it.
How would you follow with that, Mr. Clack?
Thanks for tuning in, man.
Peace.